Hello YouTube. I've got an exciting video for you now. This is really cool. Do you want to come to Japan? I've heard so many people talking about, oh, you can't come to Japan, it's really hard, it's really difficult. Gosh, you need somebody to sponsor you, and you got to have a school, you got to have all this stuff arranged, and you got to have a job, and you got to have all this bullshit. Well, that's fucking bullshit. And I've recently found that out, and I'm going to tell you how you can get your fucking ass over here, and how you can have fun in Japan, and how you can stay here on your own dollar, and you don't need nobody to fucking sponsor you. How about that? Okay? What I'm going to talk to you about is this. The first thing you do when you come to Japan, you need to get you an application. This paper here is called an application for certification of eligibility. The very first week you get here, go grab this fucking thing from your immigration office. Once you grab it, all you need to do is fill out all your crap of where you're staying in Japan, where you were in America, what you plan on doing here, your past stuff, and then go find you something that you want to do, because you can apply for what's known as a cultural visa for 1 year, and you can continue that. You can basically stay here. You don't even have to teach English. You can just stay in Japan. You can fuck off. You can teach private lessons. You can do whatever you want. But how you get it is you say that you want to do something like learn the tea ceremony, learn about kimonos, take karate, anything, basically cultural. You're going to want to say that you want to do cultural stuff. You go in that first couple weeks or the first month that you're here, go someplace, find something that you want to do. Even if you're from America, maybe you'll find something. Maybe there's a class that you want to take on how to draw manga, or how to draw comics and stuff like that. So you can actually go find something online, go to that place, pay them, take the classes, then get them to fill out a paper and show them their license and all that stuff, and they can give all that to you, and you can get a schedule of when you're going to go to the class, like once a week or whatever, how much you're paying and stuff. You don't really need the how much you're paying stuff. And then you need some money saved up in the bank, and you have to bring that stuff to Japan and put it in a Japanese bank account. And it's very easy to get a bank account without what they call a Zayu card. It's basically a gaijin card. It's a foreigner's card. Without the gaijin card, it's going to be hard for you to get a bank account, but you can get this kind of like bank account where you can't get a visa for 6 months. So you can get one of these accounts and throw your money into the account, and then you'll get a little bank book. And with that bank book, you can take this and the paperwork that they gave you, and then you're also going to have to fill out this as well, which is the cultural activities. What are you going to be doing here in Japan? Basically this is your stuff here. They want to know, what are you going to do when you're here? What are you doing? And they want to know that you can take care of yourself. So once you fill out these papers, and you got to put your little photo right there, it'll take about a month, a little over a month. So if the first month you're here, because you're going to get a 90-day tourist visa, go there directly within the first few days, grab you one of these certificate of eligibility, and then go find some place that you want to learn something from. Once you've done that, you can take all this stuff and turn it in down at the immigration office, and then in about a month they'll come back and they'll say okay, and they'll give it to you, and then after that, when you go in, immediately they will give you your foreigner's card. Now once you have that, you can actually stay here for a little while, teach private lessons, save up some more money, and then you can open up your own business, you can open up a bar, you can do whatever, and you can change this visa to a business visa, or you can change it to a work visa. You can change it to whatever you want once you have a visa. So it's very easy. So if you want to come to Japan, it's very fucking easy to get your fucking ass over here. All you got to do is have maybe like $10,000 or $15,000, maybe not even that much, saved up in the bank, and move that money from the American bank to your Japanese bank, and come over here, find yourself a little place online. I found this house that I'm staying in online through a friend here, and paid $8,000 for this house. and that was for, there's a $2,000 key deposit, $500 a month. It's a two floor house, so it's really big for Japan. And I only paid $500 a month. That's all I'm paying. And I paid for an entire year, so I paid $6,000. The realtor, I had to pay $800. So it ended up being Japanese yen. It was $8,800, but U.S. dollars it was like $7,700. So for $7,700, I found this house for an entire year, and I've got this house until January 16th of 2016. So if you do something like that, you can come here and stay and find some place really quickly, like a karate place or something like that, and then immediately get your visa and get your stuff. Open up your own English school if you want to. Do whatever the fuck you want. But it's not fucking hard to come to Japan. Don't listen to people that tell you it's hard to come to Japan. Do this fucking shit and you can stay here the rest of your fucking life. You don't have to worry about it. And I wish I would have known about this stuff in January, because I've had so much fucking trouble because of not being able to get my fucking visa. When I came over here, I didn't have my Gaijin card. And I went to a place and I needed a cell phone. And I still don't have a fucking cell phone because of this shit. And I bought a cell phone for $100. And they told me, oh, well, you can get like a prepaid cell phone because you're a foreigner in Japan and stuff like that. And I said, oh, that's great. So I went and bought one for $100. Went down to AU, which is a Japanese like a cell phone company, and showed them that. And I had my visa and I had the receipt in there so that I can get my stuff. And they said, where's your Gaijin card? I was like, I don't have one, you know. And they said, well, you can't get a visa. So they got me over here without a card in Japan. You can't get a cell phone. You have to get one from the airport, you know. And those ones only work for emails, and like they don't actually work for like online. You can't get online. You can't do a lot of stuff with those phones. A lot of them you can't even make phone calls with. You can only do emails. So it's really fucking annoying. They're not cool phones. I found one on the plane when I came back from Korea in April, and I almost got it for $50. It was like $50 per month, and but it only did like email and, you know, stuff like that. So it wasn't even worth me buying it. It was worthless, you know. So whatever. But yeah, if you want to come to Japan, you can come to fucking Japan, and it's easy, and you can come here on your own, and you don't need anybody giving you any fucking visa sponsorship, nothing like that. It's all bullshit, you know. So I just thought I'd tell you that, you know. And basically this is the stuff. It's all in Japanese, but this is the stuff that you'll need to get from the people that you're going to take your stuff from, you know. Basically this is the stuff that they're going to have to get, you know. And you can basically, how I'll do it is like this. I'll do it like this, and if you have somebody that speaks Japanese, or you can find out the Japanese, this will tell you everything about this. It's very fucking easy. Doesn't take that big of a deal to get your fucking ass over here. Don't listen to people if they tell you like, oh, you can't come to Japan without visas. Oh, nobody will fucking be able to get in here. Oh, they're really fucking difficult. Oh, it's really fucking hard. It's not fucking hard at all. It's fucking simple. It's easy. You might only be able to stay here for a year, but you can always change it to something else, you know. Once you start teaching English privately, you can make as much as $4,000 or $5,000 a fucking month, you know. So if you do that for a year, and you only have to pay your rent and food, in a year you might have $60,000 saved up, and then you can keep that in your bank, and after a year maybe you'll open up a bar, or open up some kind of business, or open up an English school, or whatever the fuck you want to do. And you can change your visa to a business visa then, because all you need for a business visa, you need to have 50,000 yen, which is actually only about $38,000 in the bank, you know. But $50,000 in Japanese yen, you know, which, like I say, it's not that much. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like 50 grand, but it's actually about $38,000. So if you have that in your bank saved up, which wouldn't take you but maybe 8 or 9 months of teaching private lessons, you know, you might be able to, and that's if you live like really scrimp and, you know, on everything you're going to eat and everything you're going to do, you could probably save that. And then once you've saved that, you can have a business visa, open up a business, you know, and then you can stay here for, like, after that first year, for like 3 years. You can get a 3-year visa. Once you've done that, you can apply for another 3-year visa. And then after that, you can actually apply to stay here. You know, just after you've lived here for like 6 years, 7 years, you know, when you apply for that second 3-year visa, you can actually apply for citizenship, for residency, and just stay here, you know. So it ain't that fucking hard, and you don't have to marry a Japanese woman to be here, you know. Don't believe that shit when they tell you. Come here, get your certificate of eligibility, and then take this to some place. Karate, Aikido, kimonos, whatever the fuck you want to do. Doesn't matter. And just apply for a cultural visa. You can get a 3-month, 6-month, and a year. Either, you know, and I would go for the year, and then you can just stay here. You don't have to ever fucking worry about anything. You'll have your own gaijin card, and you can just stay here and do whatever the fuck you want. And then from there, after a year, you can kind of figure it all out. You can learn some Japanese. You know, you can put that on your thing that you want to learn Japanese, that you're going to take Japanese from a certain school, you know, all that stuff, and just say that it's all cultural. You're here to learn about Japan, you know, and you can stay. Simple as that. So if you got any comments or questions or anything like that, I'll try to put some links in the description below. And yeah, have a good time, and hopefully I'll see you if you get your ass over here. It's not too hard. Share, like, and subscribe. Have a nice day.